Welcome to Lead with Clarity. This is a space for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. Each episode is a short reflection on leadership, influence, and the inner work that shapes how we show up for others. It's not hype, not noise, just clear thinking for the journey of leading well. Today's episode is entitled Where Growth Actually Lives. Here we go. I want to start with a scene a lot of leaders know well. You're in a role that finally fits. The team trusts you. The calendar has a rhythm. The wins are steady, not spectacular, but steady. And some quiet voice starts asking why you would ever want to disturb that. That tension is exactly what Ginni Rometty was naming when she said, growth and comfort do not coexist. Sounds simple, almost like a poster you would see in a co-working space. Sit with it for a minute and it gets sharper. She's not saying comfort is bad. She is saying it is incompatible with growth. Not in tension with it, incompatible. You do not get both at the same time. You choose one, and the other waits outside the door. Here's the leadership moment where this actually bites. It rarely shows up as a dramatic crossroads. It shows up in small decisions. Whether to hire someone who might outshine you, whether to bring a hard truth into a meeting where everyone else wants to move on, whether to take the assignment that stretches you past what you have already mastered, or the one that lets you coast on what you already know works. Comfort has a way of dressing itself up as prudence. It tells you it is being responsible, protecting the team, playing the long game. Sometimes that's true, but often it is just comfort wearing a nicer coat. The common misread of this quote is to treat it as a call for constant hustle. Burn the boats, always be uncomfortable. If you're not exhausted, you're not trying hard enough. That is not what Rometty is describing, and it is not sustainable leadership either. A leader who is perpetually uncomfortable is not growing. They are depleting. The point is not to manufacture discomfort everywhere all the time. The point is to notice the specific moments where comfort is quietly costing you growth, and to be honest about which one you're actually choosing. So here's the reframe. Growth is not the absence of comfort. Growth is what happens on the other side of a decision you made in spite of comfort. The discomfort is not a signal that something has gone wrong. It is often the signal that something real is happening. The leaders worth studying are not the ones who eliminated discomfort from their careers. They are the ones who got better at recognizing which discomfort was worth walking into and which was just noise. This is where judgment becomes the real work of leadership. And it is worth naming something happening right now that makes this even more relevant. We are in a moment where tools can generate a polished answer in seconds. A draft, a summary, a plan, a strategy memo, all instantly available, all comfortable in the sense that they remove the friction of having to think something through yourself. That is genuinely useful. But it also means the discomfort of wrestling with a hard problem, sitting with an unresolved question, staying in the tension of not knowing yet, is easier to skip than it has ever been. The tools are not the problem. They are accelerants. What they cannot do is decide for you whether the easy answer is actually the right one, or whether you are avoiding the harder, truer work by taking the fast path. That discernment has always been the leader's job. It just matters more now because the exits from discomfort are more numerous and better disguised than they used to be. Here's something to carry forward. Somewhere in your week, there is a decision sitting in front of you dressed as caution or efficiency or just not the right time. Ask yourself honestly whether it is actually comfort, asking you to stay put. You do not have to blow up your life to grow, but you do have to be willing, in specific and deliberate moments, to leave the room that feels safe. Rometty was not describing an exception in leadership. She was describing the rule. Growth and comfort do not share a room, and the leaders who keep growing are the ones who have made peace with stepping out of it again and again, long after it stopped feeling like a big decision and started feeling like who they are.